Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. It's not Saturday, and this is not the UEC. Tonight we've actually been invited to hang out with a North American group, and I brought a special friend with me, the one and only Richard Hogg, captain of the 8th Florida. Welcome to the channel, Rich.
Thanks for inviting me, Jehovah. I've got my wine, I've got my War of Rights, I've got my good friend Jehovah. Like, what could be better, mate?
Yeah, dude, I'm finishing off this bottle of Jack from last night. A little hungover today, so I'm gonna try to stay as coherent as possible. But feel free to pick up the slack if I fall on my face.
We'll have a good time, mate. We'll have a good time.
All right, so let's see who we're fighting with here. This is going to be Hood's division. You see 18th Georgia on this list, 1st North Carolina as well. Got a 1st Tennessee in there. Hadn't seen 1st Tennessee in quite a while. Major Hazard, so welcome, Major. 5th Texas is here. Just looking for names that I know. And, yeah, Hood's division really showing strong force. And on the Union side, who do we have on the Union side there, Rich?
So there's a few companies that I don't know very well because I'm more on the European side, but we've got some some cavalry, I think.
Yeah, 1st Cav it looks like.
We've got 1st Minnesota, quite a few numbers. We've got some Indiana boys, some New Yorkers, some Illinois boys, so a bit of a mix, I see.
Yeah, it's going to be, so normally if you are watching this channel, if you're one of the over 600 subs, then you're used to seeing very large units. But this battle's already started. We're going to have to get to it. So right now, I'm over here with Brigadier General Raider.
Yeah, we've got the Union stacking up on the snake rail fence near the forest side on the left of the Union.
Absolutely, and the Confederate guns already starting to bark. You see it. Oh man, we got all kinds of gunners over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Confederate guns, 5 Confederate guns. Jesus, this is going to be a bloodbath.
Should be spicy, yeah.
And the Confederates look like they've moved up to the top of the hill. They're in the corner, away from the point of contention.
We've already got big arty hits on the Illinois boys.
It looks like I might have to stay with the Union just to see the blood splatter, huh?
I think we're going to see a lot of the Rebs coming up to the forest side now, because it seems like the Union are stacking this side pretty heavy.
They certainly are. Major Staples over here, the 1st Cav, Brigadier General Raider. Minnesota boys trying to put some heat through the woods on the rebels.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good strategy coming up this forest side because obviously you got a bit of cover and all that stuff, but in actual fact the right side for the Union has some cover there as well. Obviously you've not got any trees or anything. You've got some undulating hills that units can get behind, some rocks and stuff like that, so the right side is a strategy that the Union could go down as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think that right side is underutilized, to be honest, because I think this forest gives you a false sense of security.
It does, yeah. Especially when you've got a rebel cav unit opposite you as well, right?
Yeah, and I've always felt that a house makes better cover than a tree. Just call me weird.
I think you're right there, mate. Yeah, if I was playing this match from the Union side, I'd definitely love to play on the right side, because like I said, you know, there's a lot of hill cover that you can get behind.
Well, so far the boys are feeling each other out. We got Confederates lined up, spread out pretty good. The 5th, let's see, who's this? 5th Texas, spread out, couple spaces between men, always a good idea. Lieutenant Colonel Smutton is what it looks like.
The Union's going to have to get up there, though, mate. I mean, this is a tough map for the Union traditionally, and you know, if they want to get them down to break-in, they've got to get up in their faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I tell you, the times I've seen the Union really do well in this map, they get up on the point of contention and they just don't let go.
Yeah. Like, you've got the extra casualties, you've got the extra tickets. You know, you don't have to like win every battle. You just have to get those kills, get the Rebs down to break in. But it looks like the Union's moving out right now.
Yeah, I'm watching Major Staples. He's decided to get his men moving, and they are walking toward the rocks. A large formation.
Yeah, let's see how the Rebs react to this, because they've got to be quick on their feet.
Well, the way they are now, they're so spread out. But you see rebels coming to the left here. So they are moving. 5th
Yeah,
Texas.
they're shifting as well, but that's a good strategy from the Union. You know, they've drawn all the Rebs to the left side. Now it looks like they're going to get to the point first, which is a good move.
Yeah, the interior lines for the Confederacy here are really strong if they use them properly. And I thought Staples was going to stop at the rocks, but oh my God, this artillery from the Confederates is just brutal.
Oh yeah, yeah. If the Union was a little bit more sort of closed ranks and stuff, it would have been dropping quite a lot of them there.
Absolutely. But we got.
It looks like the
flags.
Rebs are going to go right behind the house and flank the Union here, so this is probably not a good position for the Yanks right here.
Yeah, heads up move by the Texans here in the Tennessee. They're coming this way.
Yeah, they've got a good fence line to get behind if they push it. So yeah.
Question is, do the Union know that they are behind that house? And the rebels are leaving. They're actually going up the hill, further up the hill.
Yeah, that was a bad move there. They had the opportunity to get on the fence line and shoot into the flank. So yeah, falling back there was probably not the right idea. But,
yeah, I think they're coming in. I think they're coming in behind this shit house here, and they think they can get a better angle on them if they do it from up here.
Yeah.
But we got more Confederates toward the point of contention. The Union not really putting a strong pressure on the point, only drawing the Confederacy there to secure it more. But they are hiding from that cannon, and that's
yeah,
that's something to be said.
Yeah, it's a good strat to come in this corner here, like where the pass is protecting you from the guns of the Rebs.
Absolutely. And just once again, can we say how beautiful CryEngine is and how good this game looks? Jesus.
Oh, it's so amazing, yeah. Especially if you watch their old video from like about 7 years ago when they first designed this game, man. Like the improvements have been so big.
Yeah, let's get in close to some of these blue bellies and see what they're talking about here.
All right, back it up.
They've got a good position here, man. Like I think they're really going to struggle with the Rebs to dig them out of this position that they're in right here.
Yeah, especially with the flag here, they're going to be spawning right in this spot, so it's not a bad one. They got one American flag laying in the dirt. All right, they finally picked it up. You know me, I'm a sucker for watching flag bearers. And both Confederate flags on the wall. Confederates spread out. This, what do you think about
the
this?
Union's making a push for the stone wall now.
Here they
That's
come.
a good move again. They've drawn a lot of the Rebs to the shit house, as you mentioned. Now they're going to push on the stone wall.
And Staples leading from the front, kind of like a guy I'm talking to now. Probably the first to die.
Work now. Look at this.
Pistol work. Oh, killing him. Staples doing
He's
it with the
gonna drop
handgun.
him, yeah.
And we got a Benelli and Benelli won that fight.
I think the Yanks are going to carry this one though, and if they can carry that stone wall, they're in a really commanding position.
But they're running right past the point of contention, and we got Rebs coming down to cover that spot. 5th Texas coming down. So
yeah, I'm surprised they're going across like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little shocking, but that's why it's so cool to watch events like this, because you know we're so used to how the UEC works and how guys think. This is a totally new thing for us, you know.
Totally different, yeah, totally different.
But they ran right by them to the complete other side of the field, and the Confederates are following up the hill.
I mean, this hill position's pretty decent for the Union if they can sort of get it, but yeah, not as good as the stone wall on the point.
And there's
right?
there's a lot of Confederates coming this way. That is probably the strangest way I've ever seen the Union take this wall. Usually they just come through the woods.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I thought they, like I said before, man, I thought they did good, like drawing the Rebs to the forest side, then drawing them to the other side, and then opening the point of contention. But it looks like they're going to get wiped here, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, and they're going to leave both of their flags on the field unless you get a brave man. We got one brave man here.
Private
Drewski. Run, Drewski. Don't look back. Those men are already dead.
Keep running, brother.
You hear them, they're telling him. Oh, he's a little confused. He's running back toward the enemy.
He's going to go and attack again.
Uh-oh. He lost his direction.
Hopefully he's sharpened that flagstaff, you know what I mean?
Well, Deckert got in there and gave him his directions. So
Yeah, very nice recovery of the flag. Though I must say, you know, in Native Florida, we've got our own flag survivor in there, Sergeant Fritch, who does a great job.
Yeah, that's how Fritch made a name for himself. 2 weeks in a row, I was sitting there and he just said "fuck it" and ran straight toward the enemy and got that flag.
It was nice to see.
It was beautiful.
We gave him a few rebel yells for that one.
Yeah, he definitely got the biggest balls award for that weekend. So we got one.
So yeah, how are the Rebs position now? Because the Union's going to be straight back on them quite quickly, I think.
Yeah, they're still in this position, licking their wounds a little bit, feeling pretty confident that they pushed them away. I think they're waiting for the Union to come through those woods. Let's see if the Union tries that right hook, because it is successful. Those rocks work.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That hill cover is good enough for protecting you against the artillery as well, yeah.
We got the Minnesota coming straight across the field, going straight for the point of contention. So they're going to draw the Rebs this way.
I mean, one thing you learn when you play this game quite a lot is that, you know, the obvious cover isn't always the best cover, you know. Obviously, a stone wall is good, right? It protects 50% of your men, right? But at the same time, like, you know, just a little bit of defilade can do the same thing for you, right?
Agreed. And the whole damn Confederacy is coming down to this corner.
Oh, yeah, they're shifting to the point now, right?
Captain Assassin living up to his name with that one stab kill. And there's not a lot of Minnesota, but we do have bluebellies in the rocks now.
Yeah, now this is a good opportunity for these guys on the forest side to like really make a good push up.
Absolutely. But they're still on the snake rail fence. Let's see once they get when they get.
I mean,
motivated.
this is the real disadvantage to doing independent fire is that you know, when you need to make a move, you know, only a small proportion of your guys are loaded, right? If everyone's firing and loading at the same time, then you can react quicker. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it definitely works like that.
Yeah, and I've seen it work a lot of times in the UEC. So you see, we've got some Union over here in the corner. They've taken up that position near the house again. It's not a bad spot here if they can hold it, but they do have Rebs on the fence and behind the house, but only a couple, just a handful. But Major Hazard's with them, and Captain Honor. So
yeah, they've done a good job getting up into this orchard down there, definitely.
And most of the rest of the Union Army still back on the snake rail fence. Looks like they're coming this way, though. At least a couple of them. We got a couple guys in the rocks. You know, it's weird because you have so many small units that are wanting to stick together. I'm wondering if they're ever going to be able to make a solid, you know, a solid push on the Confederates, which you almost have to do.
Yeah.
You almost have to do that here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like where the Union is right now, like on the other side of the forest, like, you know, the Rebs wouldn't be able to see them until it's too late if they did a big shift like they did earlier in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think Staples is going to be waiting. They're moving off that position, and we've got guys in both sets of rocks. We've got guys in the orchard, but they're really just spread out. So, you know, right now the Confederates are battle ready and the Union's engaged. And as the attacker, that's not boding well for them so far in the match.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big advantage of attacking, is that you can decide where the engagements happen. You decide, like, you know, how many guys you have in those engagements as well, because you can concentrate your forces. So that's why I always like to attack rather than defend.
Yeah, and I wonder, we got a lot of Union activity back here near spawn. I was thinking that we didn't have any Union guns at all, but there's at least one Union gun, but there's only a couple guys on it. There's a couple Union guns. They certainly don't have
Yeah, I
the
mean,
presence.
I'm not sure what they're shooting at, because the Rebs haven't really presented themselves on the center and the right? So, yeah.
Yeah, you'd almost have to be shooting at Jeb Stewart's guns up there on that hill.
For sure, yeah, counter-battery fire, definitely. Which would be a good strategy on this map, actually.
Oh, I don't know if that was friendly fire, if that was a Union gun, but we just got some Confederates that turned into red paste right there.
Always nice to see.
How do you get to play this event? Well, you have to be invited, Caesar07, to play the event, but if you want to be part of one of these excellent companies, you can see they're listed here. You can contact those guys in the company tool, or you can contact me, and I'll see what I can do to get you hooked up with a unit of your choice. But yeah,
I must say, shamelessly plug the 8th Florida here, man. Like, we're always recruiting.
Of course.
I wouldn't be doing my role as captain if I didn't, mate.
Well, you know, both sides are now engaged, so that is good news for the Union at this point. 29 minutes left in the match, and we're basically all tied up at this point.
Plenty of time to go. Like, the Union have a good chance of getting the Rebs down to break-in, which has to be their objective on this map.
Yeah, it really does. And, man, I'll tell you, I've always loved this map as a Confederate because I love that Sharps. What a gun. Just the best gun in the whole game.
Well, yeah, especially when you're used to shooting 42s and having no shoes, mate.
Exactly. Well, you know,
we Floridians, we don't get furnished with that much equipment from the Confederate government, unfortunately.
No, you're not Virginians.
Well, that's true, yeah, all Carolinians, right?
That's right. Yeah, there's plenty of Carolinians without shoes, too. That's why they were called Tar Heels.
Oh, right, yeah, makes sense.
Ooh, another large blast, but nobody there to be hit by it. So we got scattered.
Yeah, you see, like, you know, the Minnesota boys over here have got a really good position on the stones here. You know, they're keeping the Rebs away from the point, away from this orchard in front of them. If the Union kind of pushed quite heavily on this right side, they could definitely make some things happen, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think we're seeing the result of a bunch of small companies sticking together, because you almost really have to, and this is nothing new. I say this on the UEC events just about every week too.
Yeah.
You just see better results when the whole army fights as one, because there's only 150 people on a server. Yeah.
Well, like you know, the big tactic that always works in the UEC battles is the leapfrogging, right? Especially when you can work with companies like the 8th Alabama that just know how to do it without even communicating, right? You know, one unit takes a volley, the other unit moves. When they're reloading, the other unit moves. You know, it works every time.
Absolutely. These Confederates, man, they're on it. Hood's division, these guys are really, really a tight group. You can see that, you know. They're in the right place at just about the right time. They're back at the corner in the point of contention. They're using the stone wall heavily. They're not taking a lot of damage. So pretty impressed so far.
Yeah, they're doing the right thing. The Georgians on the point, you know, they're kneeling, preserving their tickets. You know, which is obviously very important when you're defending.
Yeah, and you got to remember, the Yankees have to push this point. And it's something that a lot of us in War of Rights get drawn in as the defender, wanting to get out there and attack, just because it's so much more fun than defending. But, you know, you do that, you run the risk of losing the battle.
For sure, you have to pick and choose your engagements when you're defending. I mean, sometimes being aggressive can definitely work out, but you've got to be careful with that. But it looks like the Union is pushing heavy on the right side, like I mentioned earlier now. This is a good move here, I think.
Yeah, we got Staples and Raider over here, and they're bringing most of the Union Army with them. It's a good sight to see if you like bluebellies.
Oh, yeah. They don't want to stop at these rocks, though. But no, they're going on. That's a good move. They don't want to get caught in these rocks. They want to keep pushing up and force the Rebs to move to counter them.
Yeah, and the 18th Georgia smartly taking a fence post, each man to a fence post, spread out, trying to give the Yankees less of a target.
It's a good move, but the Union's doing very well to get them fighting on a fence line instead of fighting on a stone wall, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Less cover for the Confederates at this point, for sure.
Yeah, like I said before, you know, the Yankees have the tickets. It doesn't really matter if they die. They've just got to get some kills on the Rebs.
Ooh, a large cannon blast right into the corner of the Confederates here. So those Union guns are leaving a mark.
Yeah, and they've pushed one gun up on the right flank as well, which is good to support their attack on the right.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Have they done that? Where is that gun? Ooh, a large blast into the Union.
The hill. Yeah, this is the problem with the position that the Yanks are in right now. Like, they're going to get bombarded by the cannons, right? So maybe shifting a little bit left and getting the cover of the house would be a good idea here.
Yeah, and I imagine that's probably what they're going to do, get back in that corner. But they've been drawn out like this because there are still some Confederates on a fence. We got 5th Texas back here, spread out on the fence, and they're giving the Union a target.
What would be ideal here is if the Union had like a reserve company that could push up on the stone wall. That'd be a very good move right now.
Yeah, and you would think with so many small companies, somebody could make that happen. But, you know, again, I'm a big fan of consolidation.
Yeah.
But these interior lines here are just so well. I mean, that's why the UEC just doesn't like to play on this map. The interior lines for the Confederates are just so good.
They're really good, yeah.
But
then again, when the Union takes the point, it's tough to take it back, man. Tough to take it back.
It really is. Hey, Voodoo, welcome back to the channel. Evening to you.
All right, nice. The whole Union army is moving up to the stone wall now. This is a really good move. Like, the Rebs are going to have to occupy that stone wall and get in some close quarters fighting if they want to hold this position.
And here they come, 18th Georgia coming down, and the Union's still running.
If they run up to that forest side again, I'm going to be like, what the hell?
That's exactly what they're doing. And the Confederates are chasing them, and there's more Confederates than there are Yankees. And you hear it, the Union now taking losses.
Yeah, this is a big thing for the Union, man. Like, you know, obviously they need to get the Rebs down to breaking, but you know, if they're dwindling their tickets, then they're going to be down to final push, and that's not going to be good for them.
Artie getting shot dead with that flag. Oh, Sloth tried to pick it up, couldn't do it. First Lieutenant Smokey out here guarding the Union flag. He's gonna kill. What? Who is that? That's Sergeant Dad. Oh God! So
I do love some of these names, though. To be fair, man.
He's so funny. Yeah, Confederates in complete control of this match at this point. Hood's division really living up to their name.
Yeah, they're doing very well to counter the moves that the Union side is doing right here.
Yeah, really uphill battle for Union. Got a lot of smaller companies here, and we've got Confederates pushing through the actual woods here, getting right up on those Yankees. So being aggressive even as the defender.
So I would say, you know, to be fair to the Union side, they are a little bit outnumbered here by about 6 or so guys, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I think what they're doing.
But when you have a full server, like, it doesn't make that much of a difference. To be fair, like.
Hey, Voodoo, subscribed at Tier 1. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All proceeds from this channel go directly back to the channel. This is not my job. It's a hobby. I do this for fun. So any nickels and dimes I get go right back into gear to make these videos better. So I appreciate your sub, man.
Yeah, thanks, mate. You're helping out the war rights community a lot with that, so that's great.
Absolutely. So the Union kind of on their heels here a little bit, trying to figure out a plan to push Hood's division off of that stone wall. Now, of course,
yeah, we've got a little bit of a 1v1 engagement with the Tennessee boys on the extreme left of the Rebs. They've managed to push off Union company back to the rocks, so yeah, the Union's a little bit on their heels here.
Yeah, they really are. Oh, and I didn't even...
they really need to make something happen and get some kills. It looks like they're going to push the forest side here, but the Rebs have already seen it, so it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, and you can see them moving right there on the screen, going straight through the forest here.
And I tell you, I mean, you know, playing these European events is actually a lot easier in certain respects, right? Because the companies move a lot slower. You know, they're a bit more like closed ranks and stuff. So, you know, I think in these North American events, you really need to react quickly.
Absolutely, but the Confederates have done it. They're all packed up here on this corner. Just
the Union's going to really struggle here against the Cavs with the pistols. Really struggle.
Oh, they're just going to run right into the buzzsaw. But they're going to do their best.
If they can carry it with the weight of numbers, they might be able to, but they're going to spend a lot of casualties on this.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the numbers to do it. Raider is doing it with the pistol. I don't know what happened to my screen there, but sorry about that.
Yeah, it looks like they've carried it, but...
they're doing a good job.
I mean, yeah, they did a good job, but, you know, this hill position up here... Oh, we've got some reinforcements coming in, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the Confederates are coming.
If Raider's got enough pistol, I know he hasn't.
Waffles. Captain Waffles
Drewski
fighting him off.
Yeah, Drewski didn't get the flag away this time, unfortunately.
No, they didn't. Oh my God, a flood, an absolute flood of butternut coming down that hill against the Union. And now we got a Union flag laying on the ground. No spawn point, mobile spawn point for the Union now.
Yeah, they just expended too many tickets. They didn't have the men to consolidate the position, and the Rebs really came in and finished them off. It was a good move from the Rebs.
Yeah, you got to give them credit, though, man. They got balls. They tried it. It's much better than just staying in a static position and just shooting the whole time.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
So 19 minutes to go, Union taking losses. It's an uphill battle. No pun intended on Nicodemus Hill. But the Union's going to have to make something happen and happen fast. They're going to have to catch Hood's division off guard, and doesn't look like that's going to be easy to do.
I mean, ideally, you'd want to spread the Rebs out by spreading your side out as well. You know, like send one company to the left, one to the right, one to the center. You know, it's difficult to concentrate your forces when the rebel side is reacting so quickly.
Well, and the fact that the rebels are concentrating their forces. So even if the Union came out here and brought something out to give the Yankees or to give the Confederates something to shoot at, and made a run for the point of contention, kind of like what they're doing now, they're just going to shift their whole line straight down the stone wall and be on them.
Yeah.
And we got one blue belly running across the field here. Corporal Jagger trying to get to the safety of the rocks.
Some John Rambo action going on, have we?
And we got a lot of Yankee movement in the woods, but they're onesie-twosies. It's going to take a lot more than that, but they do have a flag with them.
And the Union's down to breaking. They're really struggling here. Like, engaged on the Reb side, breaking on the Union side.
Yeah, and that's going to be real bad.
Yeah, now they've got to be careful. Now they can't expend tickets. You know, they've got to be very, very careful.
Well, they're about
attacking,
to get,
so, you know.
Yeah, they're about to get final push, and that's going to be the end of this match, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like a rebel victory here, but you know, I don't want to jinx it like Joe Hove usually does.
Lieutenant
well,
Blondie.
every time we've got 5 minutes to go and we're looking like we're going to win, mate, you say that we're going to win, and then we always lose. So.
Fake news. Fake news.
So what's the Union doing? Are they still, you know, getting themselves together or what?
Well, I'm having so much fun watching Hood's division just sit over here and high-five each other. They've got a bunch of them back there by the farm. We've got a few over here on the snake rail fence. It's just a lot. If I right-click, I see a lot of Union flags scattered all over this battlefield.
Yeah, this is the problem. The Union needs to concentrate their forces a little bit better than they are, right?
Yeah, because if you look at the Confederate flags, they're just united. You know, Hood's division.
Yeah.
It's tough. I'd like to see Hood's division fight you guys in the UEC.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I'm wanting to see that
anytime. Yeah.
Because they're large. I mean, this is a very large group.
Yeah, they've got one whole side just for those guys, right?
Yeah.
So. But it seems like the Rebs haven't got anyone in the center, right? If the Union's able to push the center quite heavy and force the Rebs to attack them, but it looks like the Rebs are shifting to the middle a little bit now as well, so it might be tough for them.
Yeah, and it just seems like every time the Union moves somewhere, the whole damn Confederate army comes down and smashes them. And that's going to be hard to overcome. It really will, especially on this map.
Yeah, if you're able to, as attackers, force the defenders to come to you, then that's when you get a lot of tickets and a lot of kills. But it's tough to do that when the rebel side is reacting so quickly.
Well, and they're just so disciplined. You know what I mean? That's why a group like Hood's division, they're not rookies. These aren't pubs. They know what they're doing, and they know exactly how to defend this position. And you hear taking losses, you hear the huzzah. So Confederates are losing numbers, but just not as rapidly as the Union.
Yeah, it seems like the Union's maybe just trying to like do some long-range shooting, try and get the Reb tickets down a little bit while preserving their own. But you know, only 14 minutes left. It seems like a long time, but it's really not.
Oh man, artillery coming in. We've got Union moving to the right. This is 1st Cav. Moving that way.
Maybe the Rebs won't see it now that the Union hasn't got a flag.
Well, Captain Waffles of the United States Marine Corps leading his boys this way, so hopefully 1st Cav can surprise the rebels and make something happen here. We'll see.
Also, it appears like the Union have a battery on the right flank. I didn't know they had that battery there, actually.
I never saw that before either. I noticed that earlier. I was looking at it. It's pretty interesting. Which is really a great spot for a
yeah,
gun.
Definitely. If you can get some guys on the left guns and the right guns, then you can yeah, make some rebels cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you could really, from that position, you could hit that fence line behind those trees up on the top of that hill.
So this is the problem with the stones here. Like you know, the 2nd Minnesota, or it's kind of a mixed group in the center on the stones. You know, they're in a good position to actually get up. Though they're too late. The Rebs have come into the center now, so the opportunity is lost. You know, sometimes you've got to forgo that good cover and just get aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll be honest with you, if Waffles would have run straight to the point of contention, all those Confederates would have still washed down on top of them.
They would have got chewed up. Yeah,
for sure. Oh, large blast from a Union gun taking out some of the Confederates on the point. If they can get those...
yeah, it's heavy fire coming in, definitely.
Yeah, if they can get those Union guns working, they can really put a hurt on the 18th Georgia here.
Again, Stonewall, you know, most artillery guys will tell you it's very difficult to time those shells to explode over the top of them, you know?
It's so funny, dude. This map, I know it's like, it's not balanced at all, but it's one of my favorites because this is where I was recruited into the 7th Tennessee whenever I joined my first company in War of Rights.
Yeah.
It was actually out there in those rocks. It was Formless Nut, that crazy bastard. Brought me in.
Very famous guy within the community.
Oh yeah, Formless is awesome.
Yeah, I know him from when I used to play pub.
Yeah, just a great guy. And totally full of shit, by the way, but just a really great
He brings
fun.
brings a lot of humour to the events and stuff in the pub matches, so yeah, it's always good to see him.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know who we're talking about, you should check out some of the ill-fated dueling league. He was in that as well.
Hopefully we can reignite that a little bit later.
I don't know, man. The devs kind of screwed me on that one when they fixed that loophole we were using.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So 1st Tennessee over here. Good to see a Tennessee unit on the field. I hadn't seen the 1st Tennessee in a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
But it saves you getting
So
shot.
So the Union's making a push for the point right now.
Here they come.
They're going to find a lot of Rebs crouching down behind this stone wall here.
Yeah, they are, and a lot more running down the hill. 18th Georgia coming this way. Benelli and his boys going to make short work of these Yankees. There's just not enough Union here to do anything.
Yeah, they need to push as a whole team rather than just one company by one company.
Yeah, 121st New York doing what they can, but just not enough of them.
They've managed to get a few guys behind the stone building in front of the point though, but I just don't think there's enough of them to really make a difference.
Yeah, at some point soon, I think we're going to be getting the final push, and that's going to be it for the Union.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Hardy said the even the half-second fuse isn't much help hitting the point right. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I haven't shot a cannon since that has come out.
Yeah, me neither. I'll leave it to my artillery specialists. I don't involve myself in that stuff. Too complicated for me.
We got a. I love it though. I think we got a Confederate up here with a 6-pounder, or a Parrott rifle. I'm sorry.
It has been a fantastic addition to the game. It's really revolutionized the game.
And it's so cool because like just the idea, like, it takes multiple people to really run a gun properly, and it's just a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd love to sort of have a bit of a cushy game one time and just look around some shells and stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, I've got to fight in the trenches with the infantry.
Yeah. Well, you're good at it, man, so you got to keep it up.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, and these rebels, snug as a bug in a rug here. Benelli in the 18th Georgia came off the point just a little bit, trying maybe to entice the Yankees to attack. Haven't done much so far. A lot of rock hiding right now.
So the Union companies, they're all part of one brigade, right? Like one organization, are they?
I don't know. And you guys will have to tell me in the chat on the YouTube, but I'm not really sure. I don't get as much information because I don't know these guys as well. But I think they're called the Northern Army. So
okay.
I don't know if that's a huge organization. Obviously, Hood's division, large organization.
I mean, it's got to be a big advantage to play with the same units week in and week out, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I usually don't get to do a lot of these. UEC taking, a couple hours on the weekend. Got the family. They require some of my time as well. So, and then the work. So it's a lot. If you could see though, if you could do this full time, like if you could actually be a pro gamer, a pro streamer, you could just film every day. There's just these kind of events going on all the time.
Yeah.
He definitely lost all his friends.
But yeah, it's got to be an advantage, HUD's division. I mean, you see it in the UEC, like, you start to see relationships develop between different companies, and, they get to a point where they can communicate without communicating,
Oh, yeah. I mean, we saw that this weekend with the 52nd and the 2nd Delaware.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, as soon as you get comfortable with a friendly unit, you know how they play, you can sort of predict what they're going to do, and then, modify your strategy to fit that.
Yeah, Voodoo says in the chat that he started in the infantry, but he joined Clark's battery, and it's been pretty crazy. I think I would have done the same thing, Voodoo. If I got this game after artillery was already in, I don't think I would have ever shot a musket. I think I'd have been a gunner. Because it's just so cool. There's just so much stuff going on. Although I'm not a bad shot, I do remember having a pistol contest with yourself and Morphos, and I think I won that, so it's a possibility.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. I could see Captain Jehovah someday now.
No. Nerp. If I ever started a unit, I would be like the administrator and have a captain like Captain Carroll run the battles.
Okay.
It is a stressful job, mate. Like I've definitely got some grey hairs from it. I'll say that.
Well, listen. I want to start a competition league. I really honestly believe that this game is meant to be a competition, and it's historical and it's great and it looks beautiful, and there's not a whole lot better than watching battalions march in line. It's like you're watching a really great Civil War movie, but as an esport, this really could be something great.
So that'd be badass.
Yeah, when I first saw this game before it was on Steam, even I knew it was the game for me. But going back to the artillery infantry thing, man, like artillery's for show and infantry's for dough, mate. Like I think the artillery's fun and you get like a lot of big booms and stuff. But yeah, the infantry is what wins the day.
Yeah, that's for sure. You can't take the point of contention with an artillery piece.
I mean, if you can, if you're ballsy, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, Sergeant Oki, he got the flag back up here to Captain Waffle, so they're trying to build something here in the rocks toward the point of contention. But already breaking and 5 minutes to go. And a lot of 18th Georgia in the area.
I kind of feel the Union went breaking and they kind of lost a bit of momentum, really. Like, and they need to make something happen in these last 5 minutes if they want to win this game here. Yeah,
it kind of feels like they got to the point where they're like, okay, we're probably going to lose this. Let's let's not lose it before the timer runs out, which can happen.
But the Rebs, you know, they're spread out in several different companies, right? If the Union can get like their whole team together and force the rebels to come and attack them, maybe by pushing onto the point, you know, they could make something happen.
Captain Honor and Major Hazard have gone all the way over to the barn. They're actually getting in the barn now. So this is something that we never see on this channel because on the UEC, you guys don't fight in buildings, and I just came in here.
Oh wow, they've got some Union in the building here, right?
I can't see because it's so freaking dark in there. But if they did, they don't... Well, maybe they do have somebody in here.
I thought there may be Union.
There's one guy.
Maybe not.
There's one guy. I'm looking at him. Corporal Morgan. And they're all looking
having a little hoedown in the barn over here.
Oh, no, we got a couple. They're all upstairs. We got a couple Yankees up here, yeah. I didn't know the Union could get this far over.
No, I've never seen it before, yeah.
So, a couple Rambos here. And the Confederacy's not going to wait long. They're coming up here.
And that's a lot of tickets right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Voodoo... 9 Corps, 4th U.S. N.A., North America Clarks, the 9th New York Infantry, 28th Massachusetts Infantry EU, and the 51st PA. So yeah, I'd like to see, and I think I've had the 9th Corps on the channel before.
But there's so many companies. I mean, you know, like we only play within the European community as the 8th Florida, but you know, there's if you go on the forums and stuff, there's just so many from all over the world, like Australia even as well. So.
Well, you hear it. That's final push. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So, Rich, what are the rules when you go into final push? What does that mean for the attacker?
So I believe for final push it's a little bit different to last stand. So I think for final push you actually do get one more respawn for each person. Basically you're going down to the final attack of the match. So really if the Union wants to win this, they're going to have to concentrate their forces, and it seems like they're doing that.
They're coming across the field.
Yeah, they're concentrating on the point, which is what they need to do. You know, they're on this fence line, they're shooting down the line of the stone wall and getting some good kills here.
They actually stopped at the point of contention this time and didn't run straight past it, which is, you know, probably a good way to win. Waffles is right here.
If they had done this earlier, I think they would have been doing a lot better, I think. Yeah.
The red line is bleeding away fast. 1:30 to go. Can they get that thing turned blue in time? A lot of Yankees here, but here comes...
There's a whole load of Rebs, though.
Yeah, here comes the whole damn Confederate army.
Whole load of Hood's division right here, yeah.
Yep. Artillery coming in. See Raider and Waffles using the pistol, but they got the Confederates breaking. With 1 minute to go.
They just haven't got the men here.
Just don't have the manpower, even though there's more of them coming this way. Oh, no, those are Confederates. Yeah, the cavalry's coming. It is not going to be pretty.
Here comes the cav with the pistols, yeah, just to finish it off.
Well, you know, they gave it their best shot. You got to give them credit for that. Ooh.
Oh, some big artillery there.
Yeah, I saw that too.
If you'd like to enlist into the cow.
Got guys recruiting inside of an event.
It's always funny to see. But yeah, the Rebs are pretty concentrated on this point. The Union's coming in ones and twos. Like I think, yeah, it's quite a comfortable
20 seconds
rebel.
left. Yeah, it's over. I feel confident in calling this one.
Yeah, I reckon the Union probably has about 150 more casualties than the Rebs, so I'll give them that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. How many out of lines? I bet it's 50 plus.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think more so on the Union side. Let's see.
94.
Ooh, wow.
Whoa.
487 to 258. Dang.
All right. Well, if you like that, hit that subscribe button. We do this every week. Hit the like button too. We appreciate you being here. Until next time, my name's Jehovah, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.